Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Davey Z here. I just want to let you know that the coronavirus has hit Western New York. Unfortunately, it hit where my wife works. She works for corporate Tops Markets here in Buffalo. Fortunately, she wasn't exposed to it, but there was one of the corporate people that had come down with the coronavirus. So it was kind of a scare this morning, but we have no reason to be worried because she only works half days, and apparently the guy was there the afternoon. And then they disinfected the whole place. He was rushed off of the 9th, but she only works till 11 o'clock. She's out of there. So she wasn't around when he was there. So that's good. And he didn't get into the facility. He just stayed in his office. They took him from the office out. He wasn't in any of the rooms, cafeteria, dining center, none of that. And neither was his family or coworkers. So everybody that needed to be contacted was contacted. There was just a handful of people that were made aware because they were probably outside his room or something, his office. Other than that, everybody's fine, and God bless the people who have it. It's a very pandemonium. It's a pandemic. You know what I'm trying to say is going on. It's pandemonium, and it shouldn't be because it's just another flu bug. Unfortunately, it's like any other flu bug. It attacks certain people. So, like if you got bad lungs or asthma, things like that, you're more susceptible to getting this strain. If you don't, you might get it and not even know it. So just stay home for a couple weeks. But don't stop living your life. If you're flying or if you're playing, as a musician, I would stay out of the bars if I had to. I'm not working in a band right now. I'm kind of on my hiatus still, but it's a very important thing that we here in America, and especially for us here in Western New York, make sure we stay vigilant against this. Wash your hands, keep your mouth clean. If someone's coughing, walk away. If I see someone coughing in the store, I walk in the other aisle. I get away from them. Every time I go to Home Depot or the supermarkets, wherever I go, the music store, if I don't have sanitizer with me, I look for theirs because I wipe down the counter, not the counter, I'm sorry, the cart that I use, no matter where I go. So, knock on wood, I haven't had a cold in 3 years. So, I don't want to jinx myself. Thank you, Lord. It's just explaining. So, you got to do that. You got to stay vigilant. Fortunately, I'm okay right now. It really woke me up when she said it was in her office. I was like, geez. Actually, my son actually called me or texted me that it happened, and I said no, and then it was all over the news here in Buffalo. So not a big deal though. We're all good. My wife is good. All of her co-workers are good. Actually, the office is open. He's quarantined. So all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Make sure you subscribe down below, hit the like button, leave a comment. Anything you do for them buttons down there helps my channel. Share. I want to get this channel going. It's not really that great yet, but it's going to get better. All right, I love you all. Peace and love. Enjoy the video. Hey, Davey Z. I'm on scene at Karl K's house. Nope, start that up. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Davey Z here. I'm on the scene at Karl K's house. Good morning, Davey Z here. I'm on Karl K's house in Alden, New York. He's just crawling out of bed, and he's acting a little strange. Let's see how he's doing.
Hello, people. Look at my hair.
How you doing, Karl K?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you been feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling great.
Everybody's missed you out here, man.
What do you mean?
Well, some of the fans that watch our channel, they've been asking about you. Where you been lately?
I'm here.
Yeah, but how's life treating you?
Good.
Yeah?
Good lately.
Yeah?
Just got my VA benefits, and my life is good.
Yeah. Karl's an outstanding veteran, guys.
Navy vet.
Navy vet, just like me. Except he spends most of his day right here on that bed in front of the heater doing nothing.
I go to the Y.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How's the Y going, Car?
Y's going great. I feel like a new man already.
Tell people what you do there.
Swim, work out with the weights, sauna, steam room, shower.
Let me ask you, was your daughter an inspiration?
Yes.
Because Katie's one hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean,
when I see her lift them weights, I want to get to the point where I can lift as much as she can.
Right, and then when you go visit her,
I can work out with her.
right, and she's gonna love that.
Yeah.
Because every time I see her videos of her working out, lifting all that heavy weight,
Yeah.
it reminds me of you when you were younger.
Right.
Because I remember we used to do shit like, we didn't lift like she does,
No.
but we lifted.
Yeah.
And I know she's an inspiration to you, man.
Oh, definitely.
Now, how much weight do you think she lifts?
It looks to me like about 300 pounds.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
On any given day. And she's all of 4'11".
Right.
And what does she weigh? Maybe 140?
Yeah.
Because she's beefy. She's tough.
Right. She was going for special services, too short.
Right. I think that might have been her inspiration, Carl.
Special services?
Because she couldn't get in special forces,
Yeah.
she decided to take it out and working out. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful woman too.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, a lot of times women that work out like that, they wind up looking almost like a man from the neck down.
Katie don't look that way.
Katie doesn't. Katie looks like a lady. She's gorgeous. Look at the orb floating by her head.
See it.
That's your mom, buddy. No, it's... I don't know what that is. That's weird. Huh. Well, now you've been... Let's go, Carl. There you are. So you've been saying things about your mom lately, too, man. Your mom, when did she die? About a year ago?
No, about
2 years?
3 years now.
3 years already, Carl?
Yeah.
Jeez. Carl's mother was an awesome lady, man. She was a young soul. You know? She was, when I knew her, she was in her 40s, 50s, and 60s. Then she moved to, Illinois?
Yeah.
And she made it to 80, but we didn't get to see, Carl didn't get to see his mom before she died because she died so suddenly. And
all I had was that Saturn.
yeah, and they didn't even have a funeral for her.
No.
They just cremated her, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's all she wanted. But, or did they donate her, Carl? Who was it that was donated to science? Oh, I know, it was someone else. Never mind. But Carl's mom, she was a sweetheart, Joyce. And she was great. She partied with us once in a while, you know?
She loved the party.
Yeah, she smoked a little weed with us. She reminded me of my dad in a way, but a female, you know?
Real hip.
Yeah, they probably would have got along really good. Because I don't remember your dad and Verge ever really hanging out, Carl, do you?
No. My dad knew him, but...
Yeah, well, I know my dad hung around with Chuck.
Right.
They go out drinking a lot. You know, they'd
Chuck
meet...
would go to
Stands. They'd meet up at the bar, you know?
Bill Todd.
Yeah.
The
My
large
dad
one.
knew all them guys, man.
The large one?
He knew every one of them. The large one. Dennis Wilson?
Yeah.
Tell him that story.
My Uncle Chuck
Go that way a little.
died in like 1990, was it, Dave?
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, he was only 58 years old, and he had his best friend was named Dennis Wilson, and he was a big guy, big, tall.
Just like Dennis the Menace.
He was tall, and he was fat, and he was just huge, and he called him the large one.
Yeah, that was his nickname.
And that
the large
nickname
one.
stuck. So Bill Todd would say, "Where's the large one?"
Hi, people. This Bill Todd that we're talking about, he had a very unique laugh. It went like this.
Bill Todd was another one of my.
Oh my God, he was great.
Oh man, he had such a hoarse voice.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah, but they, you know, those were good guys, man.
Yeah.
See, guys, Carl had a bunch of uncles. How many altogether?
6.
6 uncles. Let me see if I can name them. We'll start with Leo, Joe, Mike, Chuck, Vic, Richie, and that was it, right? Teddy. I always forget about Teddy because I didn't know Teddy. But I didn't know him that well.
Yeah. 7 brothers they had in
Yeah.
the family.
Now, my dad only had 2 brothers, Billy and Donald. But my father was adopted at birth by his aunt. When my father was born, April 5th, 1930, he was born Virgil Paul Knopf, K-N-O-P-F. And his dad was barely 19 years old, and my grandmother died when my father was born from complications during delivery, as well as my father's twin brother. My father's mother, my grandmother Ruth, her sister Martha, who married into the Z family, she adopted my father, and he became Virgil Z. And that's how we got our last name. Now, his adopted mother, Martha, had 2 sons already who were actually my father's first cousins, but they were raised as brothers. So my Uncle Donald and Uncle Billy were actually my second cousins, but they were my uncles to me, you know? And that's where Gary and Ricky and everybody comes in. But anyways, that's the story, and that's the truth. So that's one of the things Carl and I do not have in common. The only thing we do have in common, though, is both our fathers were twins. Richie and Vernon, you know? That's another common thing we have. Carl and I found through the years as friends that we have so many things in common in just our life that we were born with. Like, let's go here. We both got 3 sisters, 2 older and 1 younger. Both of our fathers were born a twin, and the twin died. What else, Carl? There's a lot. We always come up with them. Anyways, there's like our even our fucking appetite. We like and dislike the same things. It's weird, man. But we're brothers. Carl and I, you know, we've been friends long enough to consider each other brothers, man. Yeah. I mean, not like I'm in love with this guy. You know, we suffered a lot together. We had a lot of adventures growing up in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. Well, not so much the 40s, but 20s and 30s. And to have a friend that you went through a bunch of shit with like that, a lot of good and bad, helped each other. You know what I mean? When I was hungry, he fed my family. When he was hungry, I'd feed him. You know, it's just, you know what I mean? You find a friend like that, it's good to have. But, I mean, all my friends are like that, but Carl's always here. We're just, and now it turns out that I'm his landlord. He lives in my apartment, and he's got this place for the rest of his life. And, you know, we're both retired together, basically, you know what I mean? Carl's dad is like my dad. I don't know. It's just a good thing to have a good friend that you love like a brother. All right, people. Well, I'm Davey Z. I got to get out of here. I might have to take a dump before I leave. I don't know. We'll see. And this is
Karl K.
And we are out of here. So like I always say no to hate and racism and all that happy horseshit. Well, she's a breaker. Two-fisted mama. She's a breaker.